All right, in this problem, we are given a bunch of ordered pairs, and we're being asked to figure out which one of these are solutions to the given equation. So basically what we're doing is we're just using algebra here. We're going to be plugging x values in for x, y values in for y, and we're determining whether or not this point would fall on that line. Now, today when I gave this problem to my class, I asked, how would you go about doing this? And I had one student say that they would graph it out, and they would just look to see if 0, 8 was a part of the line. That is definitely a way you could answer this question, but you can also use algebra, and I would argue it's going to be a lot quicker than having to create your line on a graph and then decide which one of these fall on the line. The way I would do it is I just take this x value, plug it in for x, take the y value, plug it in for y, and just check each one. So if x is a 0, this would now be 3 times 0 plus 4 equals 8, because this is your x, this is your y. So y needs to change to an 8. And then I just check to see if it's true or not. So 3 times 0 gives me 0 plus 4 equals 8. 0 plus 4 is a 4, and 4 is not equal to 8. So I would go over to A, and I would say, not a solution to this equation. We're just basically trying to solve for y, putting in the x value. So put the x value in, see if it comes out to the value they said y should be. All right? The good news is you don't have to rewrite this over and over again. You can just erase and replace. So I'm just going to erase the sections that are going to change. And then I just put a new number in. So for B, I need to check -2, -2. -2 is my x, so it's going to go where the x is. -2 is my y, so it's going to go where the y is. And I just check to see if this comes out to be true. 3 times -2 is going to give me -6. -2 comes down. -6 plus 4 is -2. And what was it supposed to be? -2. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard. I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Better wash my trunk. Okay, next C, 0, 4. Put a 0 in for x. Boom. Change the y to a 4. Check and see if it works. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. Mental math, we're good. It checks. Now we move on to the next one, 10. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm just going to change x, which is a 0 right now, to a 10. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 plus 4 is 34. That means y should have been a 34. It was, so that also checks. We got B, C, D. A does not work. A is not a solution. I'm going to tell you one of these is and one of them is not. Can you spot the one that is before I can answer it? Let's see. I'm going to take this. I'm going to plug in an 8 right there for x. I'm going to change my y value to a -6. Multiplying positives and then adding 4. Is there any way I could get a negative? No, sirree, Bob. E is not going to work. But that last and final one, if I put a -1 in for x and I change my y to a 1, 3 times -1 is -3. 1 comes down. -3 plus 4 is 1, and it was supposed to be. So that's the last and final one, F, checks. So our final answer to this question would be select all that work. B does, A does not. So B, C, D, and F. B, C, D, and F are the 4 solutions listed over here. Hopefully this makes sense. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.